Swift Energy stock up nearly 19% over the past week. The company also increasing its production and reserve outlook for next year. Let's talk more about a small cap company you may not have heard about, but it's had a pretty good run recently. Bruce Vincent, president of Swift Energy, immediate past chairman of the Independent Petroleum Association of America, joins us on set. All right. Solid organic production growth story this year, according to an analyst I spoke to earlier. They're looking for more organic production growth next year in the Eagle Ford Shale, Lake Washington. But we hear a lot about energy optimism. Tell us why we should be optimistic about Swift in particular.
Well, with Swift in particular is that organic growth. We should grow production this year roughly 25%. Next year we've given early guidance of 20 to 25%. So very equivalent production, cap spending up maybe about 10%. Most of it is focused in South Texas on the Eagle Ford Shale and the Almas Tight Sand, which is also a resource play, Lake Washington, which is 99% oil in a world of $100 oil, except it's not getting $100, it's actually getting 110, 112 because it's priced really closer to Brent than it is WTI.
You know, Bruce, I was up in upstate New York recently, and everywhere I went, in people's front yards, there were signs saying, say no to hydrofracking. What would you say to people that are saying no, say no to hydrofracking?
Well, they need to learn more about it, is what I would say. We're happy to live with the facts. The fact is hydraulic fracturing is a completion method that the industry has used for 60-plus years. It's quite safe.
So the environmental impact argument doesn't fly with you?
Not at all, not when you look at the facts. We've been doing this for a long, long time. We've just expanded it into new communities like New York and Pennsylvania and Ohio that aren't used to it. You don't see the citizens in South Texas concerned about contamination of fresh water because they've been living with it for decades. And so if people understand it, look at the facts, do your research, the industry needs to get out and better educate these new communities we're going into, but the facts support the case.
The analyst I spoke to also said, listen, you guys are benefiting from $100 barrel oil. I mean, that's the reality, right? I mean, how much do let's say we have oil that goes between 70 and $100 a barrel in a year's period. How much do your costs per barrel move?
Well, they really don't move much at all. The bulk of our oil is coming in,
it's pure
South Louisiana.
It's pure profit.
It goes straight to the bottom line for the most part.
Just real quick, it predicts that the U.S. is going to be the top oil producer by 2017, obviously very important in terms of energy security. Do you agree with that prediction?
Absolutely. It's a little known fact that the American people need to recognize that we have incredible resources in this country. We could become the leading producer of oil in the world, surpassing Russia, surpassing Saudi Arabia, all because of these wonderful resources.
Would it bring down the price of oil? Because, of course, we would be less vulnerable to, I don't know, Iran going crazy or whatever.
Yeah, could oil be the next natural gas?
Yeah.
What it would do for the American people is really security of supply. The price is still going to be dictated by a number of global factors, with the economy probably being the number one thing. But having a much greater security supply, not being reliant on Hugo Chavez or President Ahmadinejad, having it here, bred in America, and done with American jobs.
Yes. All right, Bruce Vincent, thank you very much. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Blackstone Group CEO Steve